and welcome to our Journey to the Heart Yoga Project. It is April 21st, and we are doing joint freeing again, and we'll be sitting a lot, so if you want cushions or blankets, grab them, and start any way you want. You can go ahead and start in easy Sukhasana, you can lie in Shavasana, Child's Pose, whatever feels the best, and once you are where you want to be, take a cleansing breath. April 21st, trust what you know. As you grow, as you evolve, as you continue on this journey, you'll discover many special abilities, gifts, and powers. One is an increased sense of knowingness. We will begin to understand events and people on a level much deeper than we experienced before. We will begin to know the feeling of a person, place, or thing. We will begin to feel its energy, not just its matter or physical form. We'll talk to a person for a while and know if that person feels trapped, feels like a victim, or feels free. We'll know if a place holds energy that's good for us, or we'll know that the energy isn't right for us, doesn't currently complement our needs. We won't judge, we'll just know, and we'll know what to do. Powers appear when we open the heart. We find the powers of love, comfort, faith, joy. There are other powers too that come along the way. One of these is the quiet power of trusting what we know. Open your heart, let it show you what it knows. Learn to trust what you know. You're wiser than you think. And I definitely have felt that in my own life. The more I've been into yoga, and I've read this book many times, that you do start to trust what you know. You don't need to question yourself or ask a bunch of people if they think you're right. You just begin to know. So let that work and grow in you during this time on the mat, but let it also follow you off your mat. When you start to feel like, I think I know this, don't even ask anybody else. See if you're right, because you probably are. We're growing in intuition. So if you are not in Sukhasana, find your way to Sukhasana, easy pose with either leg in front. Rest your hands on your knees and sit really tall with an open heart. So we're going to focus on our neck today and keeping the heart space open. And then just take the right ear to the right shoulder. Lift the head and take the left ear to the left shoulder. And lift the head. So exhale over to the right. Inhale center. And exhale to left. Inhale center. Think of pressing your shoulders down to bring a little more length in the sides of your neck. You might feel tighter on one side than the other, and that's okay. You might identify immediately why. It could be a way you're sleeping or an activity that you've been doing. But remember, as we get better at trusting what we know, we also aren't judging. So we're not judging our neck. We're not judging our activities. We're just aware, and if a change needs to be made somewhere in the life, we change. We want to work on making life more simple. Take one more to the left, and bring your head up to center. Now we're going to just turn our head from right to left like we're saying no. Make sure the shoulders stay still and the heart stays forward, and just turn your head to the right as far as it'll go. Bring it to center. And turn it to the left as far as it'll go. And center. Once again, one side might feel easier than the other, and that's okay. Inhale. Exhale. So you can close your eyes, but if your eyes are open, then really turn them and see something as far back as you can. Creating space, releasing tension. One more on each side. And come to the center. Now we're going to go up and down like we're saying yes. Again, heart open, shoulders release. Lift your gaze. Come through center and pull the chin toward the chest. We can do a two-part breath. Just inhale and lift. And exhale to lower. Think about your chin wanting to touch your chest. That's how much you're pressing. We're using some strength too. Do this flow 2 more times. And come to the center. Now let's change the cross of the legs just so we get a little balance in our hips, knees, ankles. And then we're going to do a semicircle. So drop the right ear to the shoulder and then bring the chin to the chest. Keep the heart up. Then left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. So we're trying to only move the neck and head, and everything else is staying nice and still and strong and lifted. Breathe. Maybe you exhale as the chin goes down and inhale as the ear falls over. So option, you can keep doing a semi, or if it feels okay to your neck, you can do a fold. And when your chin is down, that's where you'll change directions and then go the other way. If a fold feels compromising at all to the neck, just keep the semi. And even in a fold, we don't want to feel that we shorten the back of the neck, but we're trying to lengthen it as much as we can. Take 2 more semis or folds. And then bring it back up to the center. So let's float over into a table pose. So you can swing your feet to one side or cross-set your ankles. And then we'll incorporate our head and spine together. So drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Think of using your eyes to really look up. And then contract your belly round and use your eyes to really pull the chin down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Moving our head, and think of your spine as following the head's lead. One more time. Come back to your center. Now look over the right shoulder as far as you can, and you can push the hips over there and try to see your hip. Come through center. Now look over the left shoulder and then reach to the side. See if you can see your hip. Again, let our head and neck be the leader. You can inhale in your center and exhale in the bend. One more on each side. Come back to your center. Now let's circle. So if we think of the head being the leader, it's a little tricky, but we can. So think hand, hand, and you're looking up. Knee, knee, and you're looking toward your navel. So look up, coming forward, and look down, coming back. So usually we think of this as more coming from the spine in the initiation, or down to the back, I should say, because the neck is part of the spine. But this one we're thinking of our head and our neck leading. And then let's go the other way. So look up as high as you can as you come forward. Look down towards your navel as far as you can when you come back. Inhale. Exhale. One more circle. And when you get to the back, open the knees, big toes together. Take a child's pose, arms extend, forehead rest. And then to kind of activate or get in touch with our intuition, just take a few little head rolls on the mat to massage the third eye, the chakra space of intuition. And then find your way back to a seat. Rest the backs of your hands on your knees. For a moment, feel your echo. Take a cleansing breath. Bring your hands together and just rest your thumbs there at the third eye between your eyebrows. Know what you know. Trust your intuition. Learn to know that what you see is true for you. And you can do this without judgment. Namaste.